Take a moment and breathe slowly. If this message has reached you now, perhaps there is a reason your heart needed to hear it. Sometimes life brings people together in ways we could never have planned, through different experiences, unexpected circumstances, and even significant differences in age. And today, the message is simple. Someone has developed genuine feelings for you despite the age gap. They did not look at the years between you and decide that love was impossible. Instead, they noticed the person beneath the number. They saw your character, your kindness, your resilience, and the experiences that shaped who you are. Something about your presence touched them deeply. Society may create rules about who should love whom, but the heart does not always follow those rules. Perhaps this connection arrived to teach both of you something meaningful. Maybe you are helping them heal something they have carried quietly, while they are reminding you that you are still capable of being loved in a way you never expected. You may wonder why this person, why now, or why you. But perhaps the answer lies in the fact that you are finally ready to experience love differently. You have known disappointment, hidden tears, and moments when you felt overlooked or unchosen. This person is drawn to the parts of you that survived those experiences. They are not simply attracted to an image of you. They appreciate your story, your depth, and the strength you carry. Your age is not what defines you in their eyes. It is simply another part of the journey that made you who you are.
Perhaps you have felt this connection yourself, but tried to dismiss it. You may have worried about what others would say, questioned whether such a relationship could work, or protected yourself because you did not want to be hurt again. Yet feelings that are repeatedly pushed away often return even stronger. This person may have tried to create distance, only to find themselves thinking about your conversations, remembering your smile, or feeling an unusual sense of peace whenever you were close. That kind of emotional pull can make someone question everything they previously believed about love. They may see more than a temporary attraction when they imagine you. They may picture companionship, growth, shared experiences, and a future built through mutual understanding. What matters most is not whether the connection fits someone else's expectations, but whether it is healthy, respectful, honest, and meaningful for both of you. You do not need to make a decision immediately. You do not need to force an outcome or convince anyone of what you feel. Give yourself permission to acknowledge the possibility without allowing fear to control you. Love does not always arrive in the form we once imagined. Sometimes it appears through circumstances that challenge our assumptions and encourage us to see ourselves differently. You are not too late, too complicated, or somehow unworthy because your path looks different. Your life does not have to match someone else's timeline. And if you have been asking for a sign that you are still capable of being deeply loved, perhaps let this message remind you of that truth. You deserve a connection that does not diminish you, but encourages you to become more fully yourself. There may be uncertainty ahead, and there may be conversations that need to happen before either of you understands what this relationship can truly become. That is okay. Real feelings deserve honesty rather than pressure. Let trust, wisdom, and mutual respect guide your next steps. If this person truly cares for you, their actions will eventually reveal what their heart is trying to say. You have spent enough time simply surviving disappointment. Perhaps this chapter is asking you to become open to living again, to feel without shame, to receive without suspicion, and to recognize that unexpected love can still have meaning.
Whether this connection becomes a lasting relationship or simply changes both of you in profound ways, it does not have to be meaningless. Someone sees qualities in you that you may have forgotten to appreciate in yourself. Someone is grateful for your presence and feels that meeting you mattered. So do not close your heart simply because the path looks unfamiliar. Move slowly, remain grounded, and let reality, not fear or fantasy, show you what is true. You are not forgotten. Your story is still unfolding, and you do not have to walk through it alone. Welcome to Jungian Horizon, where unexpected connections become invitations to understand yourself more deeply.
The message is not that this journey will be free of obstacles. It is that genuine love can exist even when circumstances seem complicated. You do not need to make a decision today, but you should not silence the feeling your heart has been trying to bring to your attention. Pause for a moment. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to be present. Trust that God can be working behind the scenes even when you cannot understand the entire picture. If this connection is meant to grow, it will unfold in its own time. And if it is meant to teach you something instead, the lesson can still leave you wiser, stronger, and more aware of your worth. Nothing you have experienced has been invisible. God knows the tears you kept private, the prayers you whispered when nobody was listening, and the moments when you wondered whether love would ever find you in a way that felt safe. Perhaps you once imagined that love would arrive at a certain age, under certain circumstances, and in a form everyone could easily accept. But life rarely follows the script we create for it. Sometimes the most meaningful connections challenge our expectations and stretch our understanding of what love can be. This person did not only notice your outward beauty, they recognized the scars behind your smile, the fears hidden beneath your confidence, and the defenses you built after being hurt. And despite seeing those vulnerable parts of you, they were still drawn closer. They did not need you to be flawless. They connected with the person you genuinely are. Maybe you have spent years carrying the opinions of people who made you feel different, misunderstood, too young, too old, or somehow unsuitable for the kind of love you wanted. But your past does not disqualify you from receiving something beautiful. A healthy connection should not constantly make you question your worth. It should respect your boundaries, honor your experiences, and allow you to remain yourself. To someone who truly cares, your age is not simply a number. It represents everything you have lived through, learned, survived, and become. Your differences do not automatically have to divide you. Sometimes they create opportunities for both people to learn from perspectives they would never have encountered alone. Perhaps that is why this connection feels so difficult to dismiss. You may have tried to reason it away, convince yourself that it could never happen, or distance yourself because you were afraid of judgment and disappointment. Yet something inside you keeps returning to the same question. What if this connection means more than I thought? You may notice their name appearing in your thoughts unexpectedly. Dream about them. Remember something they said, or suddenly feel an emotional shift when they come to mind. These experiences can feel deeply significant, but they do not require you to assume that every coincidence is a supernatural sign. Instead, allow them to become invitations to understand what you genuinely feel. A meaningful bond can remain emotionally powerful across distance and uncertainty because it touches something deeper within us. The important thing is not to chase signs, but to pay attention to reality, mutual respect, honesty,
and the way this person actually treats you.
This connection may not be effortless, and there may still be questions that need honest answers. But difficulty does not automatically mean something is wrong. Sometimes an unexpected relationship enters our lives because it exposes what we have been avoiding and teaches us what we truly need. You have probably learned how to appear strong even when you were exhausted inside. You learned to hide pain, protect your heart, and keep moving because trusting someone again felt dangerous. Now imagine meeting someone who does not use your history against you. Someone who wants to understand rather than judge. Someone who respects your limits instead of trying to break them. Imagine being valued even on the days when you struggle to value yourself. That is the kind of love worth paying attention to. This message is not asking you to rush toward anyone or surrender your judgment. It is asking you to slow down, pray, reflect, and listen to what your inner world is telling you. If you are wondering whether you should give this connection an opportunity, begin by observing how it makes you feel over time. Healthy love should create room for peace, trust, safety, honesty, and emotional stability. Uncertainty can exist, but constant fear and chaos should never be romanticized as proof of destiny. You do not need every answer right now. Stay open, but stay grounded. Be open to love, healing, growth, and the possibility that something meaningful can arrive in a form you never expected. If this person is truly meant to share part of your journey, their actions will eventually speak louder than assumptions. Let faith guide you, but let wisdom keep you grounded. You are worthy of love that chooses you freely, respects who you are, understands where you have been, and walks beside you without asking you to become someone else. This is an invitation, not a command, to listen to your heart while keeping your eyes open to the truth. Love that truly matters can still bring questions, so do not judge a connection only by the doubts that appear in your mind. Pay attention to what happens within you when you think about this person. Do you feel a sense of calm rather than fear? Does the thought of them bring genuine hope instead of pressure? Is there a quiet warmth inside you rather than constant heaviness? Your emotions can reveal important truths, but they should be balanced with wisdom and reality. And this is where the age difference deserves an honest look. It may be the first thing other people notice, and some may have opinions, criticism, or doubts about something they do not understand. But other people's judgments should not become the foundation of your decision. What matters is whether the relationship is respectful, honest, healthy, and safe. Genuine love does not manipulate, control, exploit, or demand that you abandon yourself. It encourages you, respects your boundaries, supports your growth, and makes room for both people to remain individuals. So ask yourself, does this connection bring out a better version of me? Does it encourage me to become more honest with myself? Does it strengthen my faith and bring me closer to the person I truly want to become? Does it feel more healing than damaging? These questions matter far more than a number on paper. If the answer is yes, then perhaps this connection deserves to be understood rather than immediately rejected. But remember, faith should never require you to ignore warning signs. Ask God for discernment, not simply confirmation of what you already want to believe. Pray for truth, even if the answer surprises you. Move slowly if you need to. You are allowed to take small steps while you learn what this relationship really is. You do not have to solve your entire future today. Give trust enough time to develop naturally. Speak openly with this person when you feel ready. Tell them what you want, what concerns you, what you hope for, and which boundaries matter to you. A healthy relationship grows through honest communication, not through guessing games or hidden expectations. Give each other room to breathe and allow actions to reveal intentions. Do not force something simply because the feelings are powerful, and do not avoid an important conversation simply because courage feels uncomfortable. Stay connected to whatever keeps you grounded. Prayer, reflection, trusted friends, wise mentors, or spiritual guidance. Choose people who genuinely care about your well-being, rather than those who simply tell you what you want to hear. Their advice should help you think clearly, not make you feel ashamed. Most importantly, protect your peace. If this relationship ever becomes controlling, manipulative, painful, threatening, or unsafe, you have every right to step away. You never owe another person your emotional or physical safety. A meaningful relationship should not require you to sacrifice your dignity. Whether this connection ultimately becomes a lifelong partnership, an important chapter, or a lesson that changes you, you can still emerge with greater wisdom. And through all of it, remember who you are. You were complete before this person arrived. Your value does not depend on whether someone chooses you, stays with you, or eventually walks away. Your identity is bigger than any relationship. You have your own purpose, abilities, dreams, voice, and future. Let love enrich your life, rather than become the entire definition of it. Let it encourage your growth, rather than isolate you from the rest of your world. An age difference does not determine your worth, and neither does another person's decision about whether to remain beside you. So take another slow breath and allow yourself to become still. Instead of asking only for signs that support your hopes, ask for clarity and truth. Let this prayer come from a sincere place within you. Dear God, thank you for the unexpected people and experiences you bring into my life. Thank you for the connections that awaken feelings I never expected, and for the lessons hidden inside every relationship. You know what I need, even when I cannot see clearly. I place this connection, these emotions, and everything surrounding this situation into your hands. Give me wisdom when my thoughts are confused, and peace when fear becomes loud. Help me recognize what is genuine, and give me courage to release anything that is not meant for me. Protect my heart from manipulation, harm, and choices that pull me away from who I am meant to be. Teach me to trust your guidance more than my anxiety or my assumptions. If this relationship belongs in my life, allow it to develop through honesty, respect, patience, kindness, and mutual care. If it is not meant to continue, give me the strength to let it go without resentment and the wisdom to understand what it taught me. Remind me that I am already worthy, already loved, and already carrying a purpose that exists beyond any single relationship. Help me move forward with an open heart and a clear mind. Let me recognize love without losing myself, and let me choose peace whenever love begins to cost me my dignity. Amen. You do not need to know the entire ending right now. Take one honest step at a time, remain grounded, and let time reveal what words and emotions alone cannot. The right connection will not require you to abandon yourself to keep it.
It will meet you with respect, encourage your growth, and leave room for you to remain fully who you are. Welcome to Jungian Horizon, where unexpected connections become opportunities for deeper self-understanding. Carry this prayer with you as you continue forward. You are not required to understand the entire journey today. Sometimes all you need is an open heart, steady faith, and the willingness to take one honest step at a time. Trust that God is beside you, even during moments when you cannot understand where the road is leading. Take your time with this connection. Do not rush it simply because your emotions are strong or because you feel pressure to know what happens next. Love that is meant to become something lasting does not need to be forced. Let your decisions come from peace rather than urgency, and from clarity rather than fear. You do not owe anyone an explanation for taking your time. You do not have to prove that your feelings are valid, and you certainly do not have to make a choice before you are emotionally ready. Give yourself space to breathe, reflect, and understand what is happening inside you without criticizing yourself for feeling it. When everything around you becomes quiet, listen to the deeper voice within. Sometimes truth becomes easier to recognize when outside opinions become silent. Trust your heart, but allow faith and wisdom to walk beside it. Ask God to refine your emotions, remove confusion, and replace anxiety with understanding. There may be days when old wounds return and make you question whether you should hope again. There may be moments when fear tells you that you are not strong enough to take another emotional risk. When those moments arrive, remember that you do not have to carry everything by yourself. God knows the parts of your story that nobody else has seen. He knows the tears you hid, the prayers you whispered, and the nights when you wondered whether anyone truly understood you. Even when you cannot see what lies ahead, you can trust that your life is not beyond His awareness or care. Let this chapter unfold naturally. Some days you may feel certain and courageous, while on others you may feel completely unsure. Neither makes you weak. Growth rarely moves in a straight direction, and healing cannot always be measured by how quickly you stop hurting. Meaningful love also requires patience, maturity, courage, and time. Give yourself permission to learn while you move forward. You may discover new things about yourself, become softer in places where you once built walls, and slowly become willing to trust again. You do not have to carry tomorrow's uncertainty along with today's responsibilities. Deal with what is in front of you now, and allow the future to reveal itself when the time comes. Continue choosing the things that bring peace into your life and help you become more authentic, compassionate, grounded, and honest. When something feels too heavy to carry, place it back into God's hands. You are not losing time by slowing down. In fact, this season of patience may be creating something far more valuable, a foundation built on faith, self-respect, emotional clarity, and hope. Whatever truly belongs in your life will have room to grow from that foundation without needing to be forced. So let this prayer remain close to your heart. Dear God, thank you for reminding me that meaningful love cannot always be measured by age, appearance, or the expectations of other people. Thank you for every unexpected connection that teaches me something about myself and about the kind of love I deserve. If this relationship is truly part of your plan, protect it and guide it toward honesty, respect, patience, kindness, and mutual understanding. If it is not meant for me, Give me the courage to accept that truth and close the door without bitterness. Give me wisdom when emotions become overwhelming, clarity when circumstances are confusing, and strength when I am afraid to let go. Help me recognize what is healthy and walk away from what causes harm. Teach me to trust your timing even when I cannot understand it. Remind me that I am already enough, already valuable, and already loved. Lead me toward whatever brings lasting peace and purpose into my life. Amen. If you have remained with this message until this point, there is one truth worth carrying with you. You should never feel ashamed of your emotions simply because a relationship looks unusual from the outside. An age difference can make people curious, uncomfortable, or judgmental, but other people's opinions cannot tell you whether a connection is healthy or meaningful. At the same time, having strong feelings does not automatically mean that someone is your destiny. Love deserves both an open heart and a clear mind. Instead of allowing excitement or fear to make the decision for you, slow down and observe what is actually happening. How does this person treat you when things are difficult? Do they respect your boundaries? Can you speak honestly without being punished, manipulated, or dismissed? Do their actions match their words? Do you feel emotionally safe around them? These questions matter because genuine love is not simply about intense attraction or powerful emotions. Healthy love should make room for respect, patience, trust, freedom, and mutual understanding. It should not gradually make you smaller, isolated, insecure, or dependent. The right connection should encourage you to become more confident in yourself, not make you question your worth. If this person truly belongs in your life, allow the relationship to demonstrate that through consistency. Do not rely only on promises, coincidences, or signs that can be interpreted in countless ways. Give time the opportunity to reveal character. You are allowed to care deeply while still moving carefully. You can hope without rushing. You can love someone without immediately knowing where the relationship will lead. Most importantly, you can remain open to the possibility of love without surrendering your ability to think clearly. Your peace matters. Your safety matters. Your dignity matters. Never allow the fear of losing someone to convince you that you must accept behavior that hurts you. You also deserve to remember that your identity existed long before this person entered your life. Your value is not created by another person's attention, affection, or decision to stay. You were worthy before they noticed you, and you will remain worthy regardless of what eventually happens between you. The experiences you have survived, the lessons you have learned, and the qualities you have developed are part of your story, but none of them make you less deserving of healthy love. An age difference does not erase your dignity, and neither does someone else's approval or rejection. If you choose to explore this connection, let it add something meaningful to your life rather than becoming the center of your entire existence. Continue caring about your own dreams, friendships, responsibilities, spiritual life, and personal growth. A relationship should expand your world, not quietly replace it. Sometimes we become so focused on whether another person loves us that we forget to ask whether we still love and respect ourselves. That question is just as important. Pay attention to what this relationship awakens within you. Does it help you become more patient, honest, compassionate, courageous, and authentic? Does it encourage you to face old wounds and grow beyond them? Or does it constantly trigger anxiety, insecurity, confusion, and fear? These patterns can teach you something important. Every meaningful connection has something to reveal about the way we relate to ourselves and to others. You do not need to romanticize every intense emotion. Instead, learn from it. Let your feelings become information rather than instructions. You can listen to your heart without allowing it to make every decision. You can have faith while still using wisdom. You can believe that love is possible while remaining attentive to reality. The healthiest kind of love does not ask you to disappear inside another person. It gives you greater freedom to become the person you were always capable of becoming.